Off the crossbar! Goal! And the Giants flipped off the goal team! Sprint to left field and down for a base hit.
Hunterdon Central is going to win the state finals here tonight.
Mark it on the board. Touchdown, Red Devils. On the deflection. On the deflection. Hunterdon Central.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome here to HGTV live from Stewart Field, where we bring you boys lacrosse action. Number 19 in the state, Hunterdon Central taking on Rutgers Prep. Central 1-2, 1-1 in the Skylands Conference in Skyland, Delaware. Rutgers Prep coming in at 2-3, 1-3 in the Skyland Conference, and they're 1-1 in the Skyland Raritan. George, to the left of me, one of his first boys lacrosse games, I believe the first. George, how are you doing today?
Yes, that is correct. This is my first lacrosse game, but I'm very excited because this is a very, very cool game. And we got a good team over there. I'm excited to see what they bring to the table. Obviously, I haven't watched them play yet, but they're facing a pretty formidable opponent in Rutgers Prep. But Central, what do you think? Think they should clean them up today?
Yep, do believe so. Central coming into this one, like I said, 1-2. Their technically last official win or game was against Hillsborough. They did play Ridge a couple days ago, but the game got rained out as they were losing 8-6. So yet to see what will happen with that one. But as of now, they're 1-2. Last time they had a losing record to start the season was in the 2020-2021 season when they ended up winning the Group 4 state championship. And before that, the last time they had a losing season to start the year was in 2016-2017 season. They lost to Bridgewater Raritan 8-2 and Ridgewood 12-2 to start the season. And they beat Rutgers Prep for their first win of the season. So hoping to do that today. It's a team that has never lost to Rutgers Prep, beat them 4 times consecutively. And Central coming in off a victory. Of course, have that Ridge game in there as well, like I mentioned. And for Rutgers Prep, beat Old Bridge on Friday 12-6. So both teams coming in with momentum. We'll see how it plays out here as the stick check and the introductions get going for each player and each team. So we'll see how this one plays out. And it's a beautiful day today, like you were saying earlier. It's 75, sunny, with the shadow of the gantry where we're sitting, or we're standing, casting down onto the field. Sean Crater, the 5-star, the future Terrapin, in the face-off circle for the Red Devils, has 72% face-off percentage this year. Last year was prolific at face-offs, really his specialty.
course, he's gonna
And
win
here
that
we
one
go
back.
with Crater as he gets things going for the Red Devils. And there's Decker McNally for Trevor Fish, leads the team in points with 9. Jake DeVore, 4 goals for him on the year. Will be playing at Kane University next year. Denny Loss at Ithaca. McNally, number 13 for Crater. Gets going early. DeVore for Loss. Tries to make a move here. Danny Loss. Pass inside from Trevor Fish. It's on the floor, and the ground ball is not quite controlled. Now Rutgers Prep can get it. No, spoke too soon. It's DeVore the other way.
He's got some speed into the zone.
Very quick individual. He's a colleague of mine, George, at Lenny's Pizza, where we work as delivery drivers, if you didn't know.
Very cool, very cool.
Indeed.
Well, looks like he's definitely pretty fast. Probably good at that job. Maybe he runs with the pizza every once in a while. Probably keep it level. He's a lacrosse player.
Yep, you have to. Here's Griffin Meyer. And Meyer had two goals in that first game against Bridgewater Raritan last time I called the game. But the Red Devils were active over spring break, playing 2 games like we said. Here's Crater. Loss. Meyer shot low. Staged with the Red Devils as Fish was there. We're playing football at Wilkes University next year. So was Dad here with the flag earlier, which you commented on, George.
Yes.
Crater for Danny Loss. D'Lo for McNally, or Griffin Meyer, excuse me. Here's Crater. DeVore shot low. Hit and saved by Jack Storpin. 44 saves on the year, 54 goals against. Fish passes it from Meyer to Loss. Fish for Crater. Looking for the angle. DeVore. Fish shot. Fish goal. Trevor Fish makes it 6 on the year as the Red Devils start out the gates hot with the early 1-goal lead.
Wow, that's some excitement right there, man. That was just some great patience from Fish. He sat in the X position for so long, and he made so many great passes to just really set that one up. And then when the time came, he made his move, and perfect shot right in the center of the goal.
Yep, that X position, like you said, George, a crucial one in the sport of lacrosse. The point on the wings and the X, of course, been played a lot this year by Griffin Meyer and, of course, Trevor Fish working that area. The 2 shorter players for the Red Devils, with Crater, Loss, and DeVore controlling a large part of possession for the Red Devils in the attacking half. Here's Crater again on the draw. Won't win the faceoff this time, it looks like. Oh, there's John Flynn in there. And Rutgers Prep can control. Timeout. Rutgers Prep head coach Ryan Kilpstein. So opening stages, George, your thoughts?
Well, Central's looking strong. I mean, they controlled most of the play in that starting, couple minutes there, and obviously they're up 1-0, so definitely like what you see there.
Yep, Fish 6 goals and 4 assists, 10 points on the year, leads the team. Crater, well, I believe got the assist that time, so it's 9 points for him now. And one of his big attributes is that face-off, like we said, 72% against Hillsborough. He went 85%, 17 for 20, 4 goals and assists that game as well for Sean Crater, the 5-star. And it's difficult when you have, last year they had him and he was exceptional. That's because they also had some other big threats like Dylan Johnson, Lair, some other D1 players like that they had to worry about. This year, Crater's main teams are starting to prepare around him, starting to deny his spin, deny his movement inside, deny his shot. So if Fish can produce that production, George, it would just help out the rest of the team, really.
Yeah, it's always tough, when you have a lot of good guys around you and then, they kind of disappear. Obviously, that's the big bugaboo in high school sports. You can't keep them forever. But, the way the team adjusts is really what's going to make this season, obviously.
Certainly. As Rutgers Prep gets going, that was number 2, Alex Williams. Started things off. 11 goals, 8 assists for him, and 10 ground balls for Williams, one of their best players. Oh, and run splitting seams. Horn will
flag
chase
on
it
the
down.
play.
Flag as well, like you said. Whistles now. That was a seam splitting run as it cut through many lines of the Red Devils defense. And it's DeVore committing it, and he'll go over there, take a knee on that sin bin side, so the Red Devils believe will be a man down now.
Oh yeah, when you got a guy running down the middle like that, you know, sticks kind of fly out there to try and prevent, you know, what could be a goal, so dangerous place for penalties.
So here we go. This is DJ Clark, will be going to Wagner, number 10. Passes it for Williams. Watch out for number 6, Mac Pricing on that far side. Leads the team in goals. 16, only a sophomore. Here he is. He'll get a shot. Horn, that's an exquisite save. As Clark will chase to keep that for the Scarlet Knights. DJ Clark playing D1 lacrosse next year at Wagner. Williams. Clark again for Williams.
Out of the box.
And DeVore is back in. Pricing will walk with the ball now. Looks to prepare something. And he'll go into X. Here we go with Williams. Patience from Scarlet Knights. The Red Devils compact at the back there. With Flynn, Kazmarek, Foster, Simons, Amato, and Amon defending for the Red Devils. Loads of communication required to defend. I didn't realize that really till I watched the Hillsborough game, parts of it over spring break. All the talking, I was really amazed at all the talking, how difficult it is, because with the helmets on, you really have to yell loudly.
Yeah, they really can't hear too much in those helmets, and you can hear them from even up in the booth. You can hear them yelling to communicate with each other on defense, especially.
Wow, Pricing, exquisite spin from him. A miracle how he kept that ball. And it stays with Rutgers Prep. With Alex Williams.
It's amazing how that actually didn't end up in the net.
Yeah, Red Devils couldn't quite get the ground ball there. Here's John Flynn. Johnny Tables, as they call him. It's a reputation of breaking tables.
Wonder how he got that one.
Just broke some tables. I
He
don't
must
know.
have broke some tables.
Many.
Hopefully not in the middle of class.
They move it still. Long possession for the Scarlet Knights.
Sean Flynn also, I believe, has a long stick, but he plays midfield.
Yeah, I think. Oh, played defenseman last year. I believe he's listed as a defenseman, but we see him there. Oh, it's a goal shot. That is Pricing, like we said, George. Wow, just like that, the Scarlet Knights put one away. And Mac Pricing, like we said, the sophomore. As a freshman last year, he had 31 points, 24 goals, 7 assists, 15 ground balls. He had 2 goals last year when the Scarlet Knights lost to the Red Devils. He's got 1 already today. And it gives Scarlet Knights life here as they tie things back up at 1 apiece. And now for the crucial face-off here.
I mean, he's clearly got a strong shot, and he seems to know really well what, you know, where to be and when, and he was in the right place then, and it's going to result in a goal. Yeah, see, there goes Flynn all the way down inside. I think he's there's only allowed to be one of those on the field at a time, you know, a midfielder with a long stick.
Yeah, he plays in the center as a midfielder during kind of the face-off, but you see now he goes back into the defensive half of the field when the Red Devils can control possession with Danny Loss, Meyer for Fish.
There's a specific name for that position, and it's just escaping
It's called a
me.
long stick midi.
That's what it is. Thank you, Tyler.
Yep. Fish. Crater. Shot. Bit high. Stays with the Red Devils. Fish with a screen from Meyer. Spins. Cradles it very well, holds it close. Gets harassed, passes it inside on the floor. Lost, can he get the ground ball? Fighting. Players fall. Devorfeld stays now with the Red Devils. Loss. Behind from Meyer next. Fish as well. DeVore. Danny Lost spins. Sticks is lost by Danny Lost. And the ball as well, as the Rutgers Prep can come out with it. It's Evan Bakos who was able to come up with the ground ball. Here's Williams. Shot inside.
Oh, there goes a flag.
Flag, I believe, maybe foul, maybe player in the crease. Horn tried to chase it down and get possession. And they say a crease violation, so the Red Devils should get the ball here. Well, it's Kazmarek. Indeed, they call.
It's interesting.
Football player Kazmarek, very physical on that play. Saw that
Yeah.
there. And he'll go off for Amato. They should gave him the large stick since Kazmarek can't be out there. And it's Clark to work it for Williams.
Did look as though he was in the crease when that happened, but it's hard to tell.
And the Red Devils down one defender now with Kazmarek. Big opportunity for Rutgers Prep to get ahead in this game with pricing. Oh, that's a great look for Clark. Amon, can he get it? Simons only had it briefly. It's still there. And it's Flynn who can control. The pass was rather poor, though. Simons will fight for that one. And they call the foul on Simons.
Oh,
Much to the dismay of the Red Devils faithful.
Yes.
And I believe they now have
The
the extra
dismay.
defender on there. It's Decker McNally who came in the defensive mid role.
Also to the dismay of Max Simons. Not look too happy about that one.
That's Clark who's on it. Now they work it behind for Williams. There's pricing. Oh, inside shots. Horn. Good save from Gavin Horn.
That is a wonderful save.
Simons for Amon. And he loses it there. Slash from behind as DeVore couldn't quite get it. Amon able to wriggle it free. Meyer. It's Liam Mansell there as well. It's a big fight for it. And it's all the way back for Storpin as Rutgers Prep can control. Long sling forward. Flynn, good take. Out of bounds, and DeVore will start with it right around midfield in the Red Devils attacking zone.
It's a little bit of redemption there on that last play for Ramon as he got the ball taken from him. He was able to whack it free as well from the player who took it from him, but ball ended up being loose for a while there as well, so luckily it all came back to Red Devils and white. So
DeVore for loss, and we talk about that 2017 game where the Red Devils won. Justin Amon, Danny Amon's brother, had an assist that game. Trevor Fish, lost, shot low, good save Storpin, and he ended up playing at Delaware for the Blue Hens, Division I for 1 year. His brother, Jack Amon, referred to as Flemington's finest by Mike Spears, 908 Media, actually plays at Rutgers, and it was a very successful Red Devil player. George, he had almost 100 goals in 2 years. Oh, Horn fell. Pricing. Wow. What a goal, Mac. Pricing. Horn lost his footing crucially. It was a great pass from Storpin to find them. And a moment Horn would love to erase from history there. Very unfortunate. Got caught off way off his line, and Pricing able to get his 18th goal on the year to go along with 4 assists in the 5 ground balls.
It's just a tough situation. There wasn't much, he could do to recover there. Horn really, couldn't recover there, and it was just one on nobody as well. Anyway, I mean, it would have been a really tough save no matter what. It was kind of a breakaway, so turf is not grippy. Let's put it that way.
And violation on Crater. So Rutgers Prep again with another possession. 1:36 left to play for them to extend this lead here in this first quarter. This Pricing will allow Clark, to take up that point position, and he'll jog the ball onto that far side.
Luckily for Rutgers Prep, there's no shot clock right now, so as there is in NCAA, there's a shot clock, so wouldn't be able to quite do what Prep is doing right now.
That's why those faceoffs become crucial, because if you can win it, you can have the ball really forever.
Yeah.
Especially more in the women's game, because it's harder to defend because you can't have as much contact.
Yeah.
Oh, Kazmarek. Good work from him as he flips it to Horn in the crease. A 3-sport athlete, George. Football, wrestling, lacrosse, back to back to back. No rest for him. Crater. Oh, Crater lost it. Mansell will try to win it. Crater with the ground ball tries to get it at least. Here's Fish. Mansell's there. Good work from Liam Mansell.
That was a good fight through it there for the Red Devils.
DeVore for Fish. Only 10. Crater inside. Less than 5. DeVore can't keep it in. And 1.2 left in this quarter. A large sling forward. We'll see this quarter come to a close as Rutgers Prep, after the Red Devils took off with the early lead, Rutgers Prep claw their way back to score 2 unanswered as they lead 2-1. Stay tuned for second quarter action. So teams taking to their sides as second quarter about to get underway here. And it was an interesting first quarter, George. Not sure what you thought about that one, but I think everyone really expecting the Red Devils to have a commanding lead, but it's Rutgers Prep. Instead, with that 2-1 lead, the Red Devils do still have possession and a chance to tie things up.
Red Devils took a couple crucial penalties in that, first stanza there, and so I think that's really what the difference is here, actually. And they look stronger in the offensive zone than Rutgers Prep has, but Rutgers Prep has spent most of the time they've had in the offensive zone has actually been a man up. So
that's true, as McNally had a ferocious strike there, and it's good work from them to get the ball into their attacking zone with Pricing. And he'll slow things down so Clark can get onto the field. And the Red Devils have loads of time to set things up from their defensive point of view. That's Amon getting on the hands of Alex Williams. Flynn chasing. Amon's there again. Very different from both of his brothers. Both were great attackers as Horn gets a save. Amon is indeed a long stick mid and more of a defensive player. So interesting as Flynn gets it from Horn.
It's a great save there, but there's some...
All good work from Flynn to evade one. Flynn holding it very high. Great work from Flynn. Wow, George.
That was some pretty amazing.
That was just fun to watch.
I was
Couldn't
just-
quite
yeah.
speak there.
Yeah, I think I was just standing there just like, wow.
Wow, and all good work from Flynn.
You have
I
like the
believe-
hand of God there with the stick up in the sky.
Yeah. Famous soccer goal, the hand of God by Diego Maradona.
Yeah. It's actually kind of what I was thinking about, so.
So, I believe Coach Recolito will bail him out. They're calling the timeout so they can talk things over. It's important possession now for the Red Devils. 10:02 to go in this second quarter. Can they get a good look on goal and try to get that goal after Fish scored early on? Try to level things up and then really get a foothold in this game, because with the weapon of Sean Crater, they can score and then they can win the next face-off. They have a great chance of winning the next face-off with his face-off percentage, and they can just keep adding another and another, because they're going to have possession after possession, and that will allow them to control the game. But it's got to start here with that goal, George, to get themselves back level.
Yep, they just need the momentum to shift back into their favor, and I think a goal right now, as I agree with you, a goal right now would really, really do that.
Right, you can't do that. Can't. You got, everything's got to be slow and fluid. You can't jerk it. You're the main camera.
So here's Danny Loss. Meyer for Fish. Crater. DeVore lost. And move it all the way around. Back where they started for Loss. Fish. Oh, it's low for Crater. And looks like it'll be a turnover. See if they say he's out of bounds. I say he does. So Fish, the luckiest man on that pitch at the moment.
That was some great,
Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see, because
a great push by Crater. If it stands, he was able to get the Rutgers prep player to kind of put his own ball out, but
so it's a timeout. I don't know if he pointed for Rutgers prep possession or to the Rutgers prep bench for the timeout, but we'll see who has the ball when things come back. As you can see, both the defensive huddle and the offensive huddle for both teams now at the moment.
speaking,
Or for the Red Devils, the Rutgers prep all in one huddle.
yeah. Speaking on Rutgers prep, actually, I believe we were saying the name of the team wrong for much of that first quarter. We just kind of assumed it was the Scarlet Knights due to the fact that Rutgers,
We saw the helmets.
the
It
college
was
with the
something like that
helmets.
helmet,
Yeah, they
When we walked
look
down there.
they look like Knights. But we were informed that they are actually the Argonauts.
And we got a history lesson as well.
Yeah, we got
from
a little history lesson from our TD. An Argonaut is it's a ship,
that Greek ship.
Greek ship.
Yeah, wow.
It's pretty interesting. AP World, they don't teach us that, so kind of
Don't
interesting.
teach that in global studies either,
No,
George.
so we didn't know, but Chloe knew, so that's good.
And is the possession, as you can see, the Red Devils with their defensive mids on the field. So Rutgers prep will get it after the Fish error. Love to have that moment back. Oh, pass inside.
That should be a crease violation.
Yep, it's out of bounds
Yeah.
either way. It was Kevin Kokoska with the pass, number 4. His brother, number 7, a freshman on this team as well. Patrick Kokoska. Horn for Simons, couldn't take it. We'll get it off the ground. Crater Slings it for DeVore. Good, lovely work from Jake DeVore.
My goodness.
Bamboozled the defender. And DeVore now can control things. Griffin Meyer hasn't been as active as he was recently. It was the 2 goals on the year, of course, in that first game. DeVore. Fish. Loss. DeVore again. Oh, good look inside. Oh, Mansell couldn't have the sticky control necessary to get a shot on goal. Here's DeVore again.
It was a very good opportunity there, though, and it's a nice pass
Those
inside.
cuts often, George, can be so lethal. You can cut off the ball. Loss. Good set. Crater. Wow, good save. Storpin.
It's a big stop right there.
Crater just, I mean, you see that in person up close is very scary. Of course, we went down there before, and one of the Rutgers prep players shot a ball at us, but the speed that Crater shoots at is just really it's way quicker.
Luckily, there was a net in between us and the ball, so probably would have hurt pretty bad, though, if we made contact.
It's closer to you, too, luckily. Luckily for me, pricing has Kokoska in the middle. Now Williams, excuse me, cutting there. Clark now on the field. Only a junior already committed. DJ Clark, as he has it at the moment. Williams on it again. It's been Amon oftentimes tasked with defending him.
This is a strong, even strength pressure here from Rutgers Prep. We didn't see much of this in the first quarter, but we've got control here.
Clark no shot, and he nearly threw it away. Great work from the Red Devils. Tell you what, compact, patient, well communicated.
Stayed strong in the lanes.
Forced the error. And lost with the restart. DeVore has this ability to break pressure and gets the ball into the Red Devils' attacking half. Mansell took him a couple tries, but he's got it now. Meyer for loss. Crater loves to sometimes post up on that left side, try to get a shot off, drops his shoulder. Here's Loss again. Oh, that's wide. And did not go behind. Fish looked confused, but I believe it didn't go behind the goal line since it went outside the far sideline. It is Rutgers Prep ball.
Yeah,
the fans not happy though.
Fans are questioning that, but you know, obviously yelling at the refs isn't going to solve anything.
Oh, it's still fun though, George.
Oh, it's really fun. I never said there was anything wrong with it. I said it wasn't going to solve anything. They won't be successful. They won't be successful, but you know, it's still very fun.
Yeah, kick out of it, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, mostly both teams can always agree on one thing, and that's that the refs weren't good enough. The referees can never win, though, okay? It's so hard to have a perfect game. Oh, good little no-look action for pricing. Ooh, and that went off Kokoska, I believe. That must have hurt. It was a beautiful pass from Williams there. Looked one way and reversed it to others. Beautifully done.
Yeah, Rutgers Prep has looked pretty good, especially in the second quarter here, too. I mean, no goals from either team, but
we're more than halfway through this quarter with 5:16 left to play.
Very low-scoring half.
Williams. Here's Clark. Williams threw that one away, trying to claim it was a shot, but I think think Horn was closest to it either way. And Horn, Horn.
That is not where you want to miss a pass, unfortunately, there.
Yep, back at it again. Second chance for Rutgers Prep, and it's Pricing who punishes Gavin Horn and the Red Devils. He gets his third of the day, and we talked about he had 2 goals last year against the Red Devils, now has 3.
It's a tough situation there. I mean, you know, the pass gets a little bit away from Horn, and then obviously when you get a turnover right there, you know, all the midfielders have already ran up, you know, because they're thinking we're going to go on attack, but well, now they got to make the quick switch back. And
it was in that game last year, George, it was a high-scoring game. 13-6 the Red Devils won. This one, only 3-1, so it's only 4 goals. Can really go either way. Crater needs to win this face-off, and that's his specialty. He does it beautifully.
Very well done by Crater.
And often does the change of sticks after the face-off. There's Decker McNally back out there. Hasn't been in too much since the first quarter. Can he be the spark that the Red Devils need? Meyer, Fish. Lost it. Now has retained it. Lose it again. Push on Red. Lovely vocals from the referee.
That was amazing. We could hear it here. We had no question as to what that referee said.
And lost again. Very lucky. The Red Devils been a bit sloppy today. It has to be said, George.
Yeah, they have been. Amazing. Loss actually kept that ball. Oh,
Devore. Oh, Storpen stood on his head so far today. Good save.
That was probably one of the best opportunities of the quarter for the Devils so far.
Crater for Devore. Loss. Devore. McNally tees up Crater, bounces over the net, but Loss makes sure it stays with Hunterdon Central. Central now get it behind the goal with Trevor Fish for Sean Crater. Devore has been lively today. Can he get a goal? And Fish was trying to fire, but didn't have the ball. And Storpen able to control.
Oh, it just skipped over the Rutgers Prep player, and Flynn was there.
And here's Devore. He's got a defender behind him. Fish. Oh, could have maybe got a hit. Instead, it's Griffin Meyer. Crater calls for it. In loads of space. But it's Fish to walk with this one. 2:30 left to play. The Red Devils could do with a goal. Fish drops a shoulder. Crater shot, and Crater gets it to go with a lethal bounce over Storpen. Maybe even took a kiss off the post. It was precise as it gets from Crater, and the Red Devils now pull one back, 2-3, and this is what we talk about, George. Now, if they can win the faceoff, could easily be level and maybe win, or be up, I should say, by the time this half is over. But that was a beautiful finish and a beautiful play from the Red Devils.
Just snuck in. Beautiful, beautiful shot. And it was, I believe, very similar to the last big opportunity they had.
Well, it was the first goal. It was Crater to Fish. That time, Fish to Crater.
Yeah.
Face off.
Fought for.
I learned today that on the face off, if you win it, get the face off control and the ground ball. This time, however, push. And it will be white possession, so Central to take it.
Not as great of vocals there from the referee. We didn't hear that one, but the signal did.
It was good enough.
Signal did just fine.
McNally for Meyer. So, nearing the 2-minute mark of the quarter of the half. And Danny Loss will look and feed DeVore. So the Red Devils will look to get a goal back and be level going into the break. DeVore for Fish. Oh, good pass inside. It was Meyer, not usually in that spot. It's a skirmish for the ball at the moment. And foul for Red Devils again with it. DeVore for loss. Crater, lovely work. Crater shot. He's been close, but that time just missed. Stays with the Red Devils.
Luckily, they have that man back there in the X, keeping the balls on the white side.
Crater for Central. Here's McNally. DeVore, loss. Fish. Good look, loss, shot.
There it
Danny
is.
Loss with
There
the
it
goal for the
is.
Red Devils. It's been DeVore that time with the perfect setup, and Loss able to bounce that one in as the Red Devils level the score here. And Vergalio talking to Crater on that far side as the Red Devils celebrate that one on the bench as well.
Another very well set up goal, perfect shot. And it looks like they're starting to find their rhythm again here. Hopefully they can keep it going.
And there is enough time for either team to get a goal here and potentially be leading going into the half. And it's Crater in the face-off circle again for the Red Devils. Crater nearly laying on it. And again, another push. And Crater will get going here. Less than a minute. He'll have a hit.
Oh,
Crater,
boy.
that's exquisite. The Red Devils up by one. I told you, George, there was enough time. And there certainly was more than enough as the Red Devils up one at least going into this half.
There's still
4-3 they lead.
There's still time for more, but
That's just lovely to see, too. The
That was-
whole team celebrating on the bench at the back, and that's what he can do. He can win the face-off, and then he can get the head of steam and the shot to score.
and that is just, I mean, there's nothing that could energize a team more than just the incredible play there. I mean,
To the middle.
I was all Sean Crater.
And let's see if we could do it again.
Remember, after they score goals, that's what they do. They get onto the middle. If they score a goal,
False start. Crater gets it. Can he repeat the trick? No, instead it's for Meyer. And still a large time here, a large amount of time for the Red Devils to try to get one.
Rutgers prep and move some players around there to make sure that that didn't happen again.
Yep, and Crater will not change his stick as it's DeVore. DeVore's shot. Again, try to bounce it in like Loss did and Crater did on his first. And it's Rutgers prep that will try to bring it up. Now the Red Devils trying to make sure they lead going into the half. It's on the floor. It's with McNally.
That's going to be a hit from behind, I think.
Certainly.
No.
And they get the spot of the foul correct. And Rutgers Prep has to hurry as a pass run a long way for Pricing. Has less than 5. Pricing shot. Stays with Rutgers Prep with about 2 minutes, or 2 seconds, I should say, to play.
2
Aiden
minutes
Betch
would be a lot scarier than 2 seconds. Oh,
certainly shot. Oh, right at the buzzer. Big boost for Rutgers Prep as DJ Clark brings them level. So we thought the Red Devils would have the lead. Instead, it's
We thought wrong.
4-4 going into the second half. Stay tuned as we bring you the second half of this highly intriguing event. Back here for second half action as we were walking to the porta potties to take a little bathroom break. We heard Rutgers Prep focusing, of course, on themselves and trying to get back, but focusing on this man, number 31, Sean Crater, denying him, especially off these face-offs, denying the goal like we saw in the end of the first half. And it's been a theme with many teams trying to deny him. He's a lovely, lovely talent, Sean Crater. One of a kind, really. As Decker McNally on it now for the Red Devils. Was a fairly even first half, but still, Judge, feel like we expected more from the Red Devils, didn't we?
yeah, we did. We wanted to see this team come in and, just start killing it, but there's little errors like, little mistakes like that, what we just saw there. Not everyone knew quite what was going on there. But, just little mental mistakes have really been costing them, but they're obviously a good team, strong team, and I expect them to pull it out here.
Yeah, especially since this is a team that the Red Devils have beat many times, 4 in a row, 13-6 last year on April 5th. But we have to remember, this was a team that's Rutgers Prep starting their Prep B tournament. They won the state Prep B tournament last year, made it to the Tournament of Champions. It's a good team last year, and they still are a pretty good team. Of course, lost some players, so did the Red Devils, but still very solid. It's been very sloppy from both teams early on. And that's a fall from Kazmarek and Williams. As Betch goes to check on him. They were 12-7 last year, 5-5 in the Skyline Conference, 3-2 in the Skyline Raritan, 4th in the Skyline Raritan. They were Prep B tournament champions, like I said, as Williams is able to run off, and they lost. Oh, they beat Morristown Breed 9-5 in Prep B. It is rather small when compared to Group 4. And they were Somerset County tournament quarterfinalists, losing 13-6 to Bernards. And they, like I said, they're non-public Group B champions as well. So, state champions there, like the Red Devils were in 2020-2021. And they lost to Mountain Lakes 14-4 in the quarterfinals of the Tournament of Champions. That was last year, George. So like I said, a lot they achieved last year. See if they can do the same this year. 2-3 to start. But they've impressed me certainly in that first half.
Yeah, they've impressed me too. I mean, they've looked like a very strong team. Definitely giving the Devils a lot of trouble. And right now they've pinned the Devils in here. It's just been great control from Rutgers Prep, and we saw it in the second quarter, and we're seeing it now too. Of course, the Devils kind of got their footing again in that second quarter near the end with Sean Crater getting free, but it's just they've gotten them into a rhythm here, and see if the Devils can stay disciplined and force a mistake from this Rutgers Prep team.
It's Pricing who had 3 in that first half. He's on it. Amon defending Clark. Betch behind, confronted by Simons. Simons gets on his hands well. Pricing shot is saved well by Gavin Horn. There's a couple good saves today. Flynn has this ability to run and break pressure. This time it's a pass for Horn. DeVore will shove and will receive and turn. And he will beat one and advance the ball into the attacking zone for the Red Devils. And passes it for Griffin Meyer. Meyer
It's
Goes
looking
on a long slalom and eventually reaches loss for DeVore.
You went across the country there.
Certainly here's fish for Crater. DeVore. Loss. DeVore again. McNally. Crater, they'll tee him. Oh, behind the back, fish!
Oh, wow.
Wow, lovely from Crater. Saw
What
him
a
doing
pass.
that. Saw him doing that in warm-ups with Jake DeVore. Pulls out in the game. Here's Fish. Deserved a goal. Crater. Loss. DeVore.
Oh, right in front.
Meyer. Loss again. DeVore. Crater steps into it. Shoots. Great block. Tell you what, that definitely hurts. Stick on the floor. Red Devils with DeVore. Crater. He's come out strong. Oh, that's didn't you know what we call that one? Commentator's curse.
Oh,
As he
yeah,
tosses
right
that one
there.
away. And Rutgers Prep will get back on it.
And that was the quickest commentator's curse I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I mean, it was
wow,
like within
definitely.
within a second. Sometimes, it's just not fair. You want to, show these guys that they're doing a great job on the broadcast, and then that happens.
Flynn. Lovely from Johnny Flynn. Flynn. Srajin shoot. Good pass. DeVore. Oh. Couldn't get the shot in. Storpin. It's
Flynn
been a
has-
great goalie battle today. Storpins look good. So too Horn. That's another great save from Jack Storpin, the junior.
Flynn has had a couple great moments there where he just picks
Some
up the ball and
slaloming runs.
he just keeps going.
Yep. Cuts through. Foster gets beaten. Williams. DJ Clark back in.
It's amazing this is still a 4-4 game.
Yep, certainly.
Very, very low scoring.
Definitely expected a bit more goals.
Ooh.
Players falling. Pass is behind and will stay with the Red Devils, or change over to the Red Devils, I should say. As you can see, some more fans here arriving maybe later at halftime. We saw Simon over there. Good to talk to him. He was part of my transportation unit here today. Drove me from the school to Walmart to get my car, and then I drove back. So to talk about Meyer going around the country, it was like me driving today, George.
Yeah. That's a pretty important piece there.
And it was very crowded here because my old school, Reddington Middle School, with the track meet today. Saw some old teachers. It's lovely to see. As Crater shoots low,
Ooh.
and Fish and Meyer there to make sure it stays with the Red Devils. Fish is low, but he's quick and strong, athletic, great wide receiver.
He had a great season this year for,
It's beautiful
for
from him.
football.
Loss. Oh, that's lovely.
Ooh.
Just needs that yard, and he's done it.
And a lot of these lacrosse players, multi-sport athletes, a lot of them play hockey or football or something else.
Wrestling,
Great athletes out there.
hockey, yeah, like you said, or said that, I suppose.
And quite a few out there. Flynn and Simons.
Meyer, Turnbull.
Meyer, Turnbull. Meyer and Turnbull had amazing seasons this year.
Oh, I mean, last year talked about points
Yeah.
for the Red Devils. They had almost double what the Darren Santa had last year, which is amazing.
Yeah, they had a great season this year,
Still couldn't get to that state hurdle, but next year should be good.
Yeah, next year's an exciting year for sure.
DeVore,
Ooh.
Storpin again.
The defenders also had a great year. Simons had a very nice year. Called his name quite a bit. during
Oh,
that.
certainly. Not sometimes for the best things, some penalties, but still love to see it. Just like arguing with the ref, huh, George?
Arguing the ref is important. It's an important part of sports. If you can't yell at the refs, who do you yell at? I mean,
No.
you don't want to yell at the players. There's got to be someone to blame. It's human nature. We have to have someone to blame. The refs are just perfect for that.
Crater. DeVore. Meyer for Fish. It's been a lot of times lost DeVore, Crater, Fish, and then either McNally, Meyer, Mansell.
Oh, what a move.
Crater does really well. Maybe almost looked like he slipped, spun beautifully, but the shot lacked some venom in direction. Regardless, still is with the Red Devils as DeVore jogs over and gets the sub for Liam Mansell. Player that Mansell, Meyer, McNally all had ground balls, all appeared in the game last year against Rutgers Prep, all as sophomores. Simons as well. Of course, Flynn was an integral part of the team last year. DeVore had a goal that day. A ground ball was 5 for 7 on faceoffs that day, 71%. And Horn played, conceded 2 goals that day. Here's Crater. That was on April 5th. The
Oh,
Red Devils
boy.
won 13-6. This one's low scoring, but can they get a goal here? Here we go for Meyer, Fish.
They've had all the pressure this entire time. I mean, I feel like it's been in the zone for the last, maybe 4 or 5 minutes here.
Crater,
Shot after shot.
Crater had 3 goals that day. He's got 2 so far. That one was close. 2 assists, 6 ground balls, 5 of 5 on faceoffs that day. And it's been in this game we've seen, George, that he started off well and lost a couple, but he's been very, very good from faceoff as of late in this one. And he'll be on it again. McNally. Danny Loss. Sean Crater.
Ooh,
Oh, wow.
that's a field goal, I believe. And that's on top of the radio building. That's where that ball rested.
Yeah, those balls really do bounce. I have a girls lacrosse ball that I bounce a lot during when I walk in school, and that second bounce gets so high, and these boys' ones are harder than the girls' balls to bounce even more. And we also, like we said, we talked to Simon, Mr. Simon Finesse as he's known at. We talked to the girls lacrosse players at halftime. Can report they won 16-6 against Ridge, a very good team. They're in a tough division this year. Hillsborough, Pingree, Ridge, Bridgewater, Raritan themselves. Going to be great to watch that. I mean, at this level, George, schools this big, the competition is stiff.
I mean, Skylands for almost every sport is just, it's not the division you want to be in if you have a sparse athletic program. So,
Ooh,
luckily for
Crater.
the Devils, they don't. Wow, that was just off the post there.
Told you about that bounce. But then that's why you look at when we compete in counties. That's why we're always so successful, because our county isn't maybe as strong, but our division is very, very difficult.
That is true. Even with our boys swim team this year, which I was a part of, with only, I believe it was a fluctuating number of 8 to 10 guys, we got pretty killed in the Skylands division. But when we went into counties, I mean, we did not do too bad. So even with just 10 guys on the team, which is not enough for swimming. So
Yeah. What are you, water polo, swimming, and commercial fishing now?
yeah, that too.
Hockey fanatic as well?
Hockey fanatic. Love football as well.
What about lacrosse?
Oh, it's definitely growing on me here pretty quickly. I haven't watched enough of it, but
I don't know about football. Who's your football team?
the Seahawks.
Seahawks. That's a bit random, isn't it?
It is. It's totally random. But that was my window into sports.
Really?
Watching football. Yeah.
No soccer as of yet?
No soccer as of yet, but every single time I watch soccer, I enjoy it. So I just got to pick a team to follow, and then really,
Well, last night USA drew 1-1 with Mexico.
they did.
It's a late one, 10 o'clock, played in Arizona.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was not up for that.
Yeah, I watched a bit, but got too tired. And I've seen this a lot as pricing will just take the ball and just appear very, very disinterested. So he has it again.
Well, he sees the amount of time left, and I believe Rutgers Prep, with the amount of pressure the Devils have been putting on them, be pretty content to just go right into this fourth quarter
And
with a tie game. I mean,
they definitely want to hold for last shot as well.
you can tell that's kind of what they're going for here.
Here's Alex Williams. Flips it well for Clark, who just about brings it into his grasp. Amato, an excellent football player. Owen Bill's number 4. Dylan Johnson's number in lacrosse, number 4. It's DeVore replacing him with number 2. Or 32 last year, I believe. DeVore.
I just have to take a moment to acknowledge we've been hard on the refs all game long, but we did just see a ref duck kind of amazingly away from a ball to continue. Well, that's it for the third, but as I was saying, I just watched a ref, make quite the move to not get hit with the ball and just to, try and continue play, which is, good on that ref there. We'll give him a little bit today. Give him a little bit.
Yep, they haven't been bad today, and this game hasn't been bad either. 4-4, no goals in the third quarter, but stay tuned for the finish in the fourth quarter. So here we go, second half action, fourth quarter action underway.
It's decision time.
Yep, 4-4, and was it this quarter in the first half where the Red Devils went this way, where they got most of their goals, and it's Crater again, lethal from the faceoff. Can he do what he did for a second? They had a plan to deny that Rutgers prep, and they've done that time. Fish. Crater. McNally. Meyer. Fish. The sun beginning its descent over Stewart Field, and the wind still present. Much to our dismay here, blowing our papers all around. Pass inside for the cutting DeVore, not received. Fish for McNally, now for Crater. Drops his shoulder, shoots.
Great move.
And he's had a lot of shots today, some missing badly like we saw over there, some missing very closely like we saw off the woodwork, and some lethal as he did for his 2 goals.
Some of them as well have been saved. Some great saves.
Of course. Forgot to mention that. Crater for Meyer and back again. Meyer does well to retain it after very high in the air. And here's McNally now. DeVore. Ooh, try to thread it in for loss. Not received. And DeVore gets hit. Push is not called, and it will go the way of Rutgers Prep. It's McNally, Crater, jog off. Foster will check in.
Look at the speed of DeVore as he's catching up there. Almost got him.
Kaczmarek. Taking some big hacks at pricing. Wow.
I think there's definitely a sense of urgency here from the Devils. They don't want.
They're confronting. Flag out now. Kaczmarek with another hack. Rutgers Prep. Control on the far side. Pricing. That shot as he was falling was tame and easy for Horn.
What have they called here? It's going to be interesting to see.
Probably on Kaczmarek, I would assume.
Yeah, he was, harassing
Got a bit touchy with the stick.
You can tell from the frustration, though. I mean, he just kind of sits there with the ball and, takes some time. I think Kaczmarek just didn't want that to happen again.
Yeah, I think the Red Devils certainly have a lot of urgency trying to defend and get the ball back. Oh, Horn, oh!
That ended in the net.
Betch, somehow, some way. Maybe off a Horn's stick as he's had some good saves, but had that big error in the first half and maybe slightly at fault here on that goal as Rutgers Prep takes a lead here. Still early, though, in the fourth quarter. 5-4, they lead.
Well, so far, the best playing we've seen from Central has been when they've been down. So maybe we see a turnaround here, and maybe they can get that goal, get another goal, and then another goal, you know?
Another one.
And then another one. Just another one for good measure, you know. Maybe win 10-5 would be great.
Oh, still certainly is time to do that, of course. Like you said, I think it was
Yeah, there's the face-off win. And he's got
Crater,
room.
Fish. Oh, just bounced it from him. Hard to take. I believe it was Chloe that said it went from like 1-3 or 1-3 to 4-3 in a matter of a couple minutes. So anything could happen. Here's McNally. Crater.
Perfect cut, Chloe, just like that. You got it.
Flynn
3 or 4 seconds right in front.
gets into the defensive half, so Loss can advance, and Crater now will make the switcheroo with the sticks. Loss for Griffin Meyer. Loss again. D-low for Meyer. Fish and X. Crater. He's lethal from here. Instead it's a pass. Loss. Shoulder is dropped. Goes on the right side. He's hit many times. Still hit.
No call, man.
No whistle on the floor.
It's very frustrated Devils fans.
And Flynn now will speak with the ref. Sometimes more effective than the screaming tactic. As a whistle is blown for the timeout for Rutgers Prep. As they now will look to extend this lead here. Probably drop a play. Slow things down, you'll assume. And it's going to be the Red Devils that will see what they do. Do they sit back or do they go and pressure the Rutgers Prep? I don't know. What do you think, George?
I mean, they still have a fair amount of time, so like, sitting back isn't the worst strategy, but I think they got to go aggressive here. You really don't want, Rutgers Prep to start running away with this one. They've had a little bit more control in this quarter so far than the Devils have, and I just think they really need to get their momentum back. They had that momentum right at the end of the first half, but that last goal with, no time on the clock, those are the cursed goals in the last seconds. They're never good, and obviously so far the Devils have not looked the same since then. So, hopefully they can turn that around, get that momentum back, and start piling it on.
There's been never any breakout, right? It's funny, I just had this sitting.
Yeah, again they go both teams in 2 huddles, defense and offense.
That's pretty good.
Both with 2 very different objectives, but the Red Devils need to get a stop here, and hopefully a goal. As we can see, just looking around, we see Ryan Schultz back, Andrew Wynn with the baseball team, softball players back. Interested to see if we get some score updates.
Baseball 1-8-7.
Baseball 8-7 won against Hillsborough. That was the first game we did of the year.
I think softball got beat. I'm sorry?
Softball 8-2.
I don't know.
So keep checking
8-3.
Were they losing?
Yeah, softball lost 6-3.
Softball fell 6-3 today. 8-3 overall. It was still a pretty good record. Softball, I mean, all sports here are really, really good, but softball usually last year was good. This year, lethal as well. Well, lethal's the wrong word, I should say. Brilliant, as Flynn will harass Pricing. Oh, lovely
move
slippery
there.
work from Pricing. Just
Flynn
has
had
the
a-
ability to feel him and then spin him.
Flynn had a nice little whack at the end of it there, though. I think that might have thrown Pricing off a little bit with his shot. It's like they're running a press.
Simons will have to confront Alex Williams. He's inside. It's on the floor. Good work from Foster. Simons then fell on him.
It's a
Another disgruntled noises from the Red Devils faithful.
Yeah, I mean, could call that. It looked like their feet got tangled up, though. It did not seem like Simons was totally intending to knock him down. But We'll see what they do here.
Wind really picking up here now.
Yeah, I mean, we are in a booth, but there are open windows for our cameras, so the whole booth aspect is kind of, you know, feels less like you're in a booth for sure.
Yep. The gantry, as it's referred to, more technically, is a call it in England. I don't know if you know that one, George.
No, I don't.
You're
Unfortunately. I will.
Well, now you do.
Now I
as
do.
Williams is on it. And again, cutting in movement from Rutgers Prep. Clark
He had a hole there.
pricing Williams. Clark again on the floor. Amon can't get it. Pricing's there. Flynn, big hack.
Yeah, it's actually, I believe.
And now Lancaster coming in. Big hit from him. His brother Clayton Lancaster played in the game 2017 against Rutgers Prep. Is an excellent linebacker for football as well, George Connor Lancaster.
Yeah. He had a good season this year.
Williams spins on Flynn. Williams shoots. Horn, lovely
That's a
save.
big stop.
Oh, it's Clark again. The Red Devils need a hurry. Under 7 to go.
Rutgers Prep just been controlling this entire time.
Lancaster as well with a short stick on Clark. That's a motto now. Speed. Oh, on the floor, Amon with the ground ball. He can stretch his legs. Here goes Amon. Mansell spins very well. And you feel the tension rising here in Stewart Field. Can the Red Devils make it count? McNally. Flag on the field. DeVore. Crater. Shot. Oh, my Lord.
Big
Again, he's hit the
stop.
woodwork. Again from Crater. Flag. You could see the boys on the bench there jumping. I mean, Crater's hit the... I don't know how it's possible. It feels like he's hit the woodwork at least twice, maybe 3.
It's been, yeah, at least twice, and I think his one goal as well went off the woodwork and in, so maybe there's some magnets in that wood or something, I don't know.
Well, it's not actually wood. It's, again, another woodwork is an English term again, George.
Yes. It's definitely not wood.
Another one from soccer. Really is a great sport. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna, I gotta go home and start watching
And just when we
soccer.
talk about Maradona to start, named the stadium after him in Napoli, Naples. He was treated like a god there.
Yeah.
Played there in the game yesterday in the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona. Napoli fell or drew 1-1, but out of the Champions League.
We do also call hockey posts the woodwork, and they are definitely not wood, so.
It definitely used to be made out of wood, though, probably.
Oh, yeah.
So it's Crater inside. Different look. Loss. Loads of movement.
I'm trying to throw something different at this Rutgers Prep team.
Mansell. It's very difficult to watch. Man on from DeVore at the back. Does well to notice that as now Crater pulls his way out and will want the ball. Oh, got something going. Crater. Oh, that's exquisite. Crater shot. Oh, my Lord. He's just so hard to defend. He changes direction and jerks like a jackrabbit. Can't catch up with him, and the shots are lethal as well. It's only a matter of time, you feel, before he gets his hat trick. Here we go with loss. Meyer.
Now, Devils have been very close to making this a much different game. Couple shots go slightly different. This is a blowout for the Devils, actually.
Crater again.
My goodness.
Here we go. DeVore.
Somehow stays out.
Storpin,
Unbelievable.
arguably man of the match today. Crater shot. Oh, pass Meyer. Stays Red Devils. Oh, never mind.
Calling it a pass.
Betch, who has it, scored in the last game against Old Bridge on their win. Had 3 assists as well. His pricing 6 goals and 2 assists today, and that day it has 3 goals today. Storepants 6 goals against, 6 saves that game. Interested to see the save count for him in this game. It's been, I mean, a lot. Seems like it's Crater. Feel like has 10 shots. And he's done well to keep him out for the amount of times he has. Betch now for Williams. Now under 4 to play. The Red Devils need to get the turnover. Oh no, here's Williams inside. That's a shot. Oh, that one's off the woodwork. The goalkeeper's best friend, as they call it.
Well, I guess the fans really wanted that ball to be the Devils. I mean, obviously I do too, but ref's the word.
Pricing just holding it. Kazmarek.
There's almost nothing Kazmarek can do there. His pricing is using his body really well there. They're eating up all the time they can, obviously.
Clark beats Flynn. Inside Clark. Could that be the final Jagger in the Red Devils' coffin?
That might be.
Still time, though, if Crater can win the face-off and get things going quick. But that's the problem when you get close in lacrosse. It makes it easy for them to spin away and get the shot off.
They were down 2 the last time they went on a run, so hopefully we see one here. I mean, arguably the Devils have played a better game here, but Rutgers Prep has just done better with the opportunities they've been handed, and had a couple times where they held it in the zone pretty well. So
McNally fighting for position.
yeah, I was gonna say you can see some frustration there from Decker.
It's been a tough game for him today. He's been playing out of his skin of late. Crater will get it, and he'll have to go quick. DeVore have to have a shot. Oh, has to hit the target. A lot of times what we say in soccer is target, give yourself a chance to score, but that time just hit it a bit too high.
That one looked like it got some air under it there.
Crater loss.
Don't have much time. They got to move the ball around quick here.
Need 2 goals. Have 2:45, 2:44 now to do so. Here's loss. DeVore. Jake DeVore. Still he goes. Probing. Meyer inside now. Crater. Doesn't use the screen. So it's McNally. Loss. He'll have a shot.
There
Loss gets his brace. Here we
2:20
go.
to go. There's a goal.
So Loss and Crater each scoring 2. And McNally with the assist. McNally had a goal in the win against Hillsborough. Loss had 2 goals. Fish had 3 and 2 assists. Like we said, Crater 4 goals, 1 assist that game. He could do with his hat trick today.
That was quite the feed pass there from McNally. Way behind the net. Got it on target.
So McNally turns up late here. Can Crater prove to everyone here why he's a 5-star yet again with his specialty in the face-off circle? And it's the moment of the night here. Surprised the lights aren't on. Crater. Exquisite from him. He'll slow things down. The Red Devils have 2:14 to get a goal. McNally. For Meyer. Fish whistles. Timeout. Red Devils. So you assume now,
Draw
George.
something up.
Yep, draw something, talk it over, and from Rutgers Prep, very important. Late on fatigue setting in. Cannot lose your concentration because We saw a little avenue, a little window, all the Red Devils need with the lethal finishers of Loss and Crater.
Here, I mean, this is definitely some nails are being bit in this one for sure. A little closer than a lot of the Devils faithful were expecting, but it definitely makes it a much more interesting game, and hopefully they can pull this one out.
Wouldn't mind overtime, a little extra lacrosse, actually overtime pay, huh, Georgie?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
It's not even. Yeah, I believe it does go to overtime. Because of last year in the Bridgewater game, Crater scored the goal to win it for the Red Devils in overtime. He's a player that does well in the beginning of the game and in clutch time and in the middle, really all parts of the game he excels. But it's when he turns up here while you have him in your team, while you have the 5-star. It's what separates you from. It's what can make an average team or a good team great.
Yes.
He's the type of player when things don't go your way, when you have all these shots, when you make silly mistakes, you still can come out with the win because you have players like him on the roster.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be very cool to see what he goes on to do. I mean, there's a reason he's a 5-star, and obviously you're going to expect some success at the next level as well. So.
Yep, at Maryland. Stanley Loss with his 4th goal now on the year. Again, whistles go. Crater now has 8.
This is that time where you're sitting and wondering what terrible thing the refs could possibly be discussing here. Hopefully it's good.
So, conversation over.
And maybe they just needed to say hi, Hi, we're referees. Yes, we're referees. All right, let's go. Sure, it was more important than that.
Maybe have a wife and kids.
Yeah.
Here's McNally for DeVore. Less than 2. Fish. Crater. Crater for McNally. Still Crater. Not inside. It's Meyer now in there. DeVore.
They have time.
DeVore. Fish. Loss for Crater. Crater goes. Spins. Inside. McNally. Oh, crucial ground ball. Doesn't know where it is. Luckily, DeVore did. Oh, timeout by the Red Devils. Just to be safe there, George. Make sure they keep possession, dear, precious possession of the ball. Now, under a minute to play. The Red Devils need a look, really.
Yeah, I mean, this is
we saw what happened at the end of that first half with the late goal by DJ Clark. Look how crucial that could prove to come here. Can the Red Devils do the same at the end of this second half is the question.
This is the definition of a nail biter here. I mean, you're 58 seconds to go. Devils got the ball. This is
There's a lot on the line.
If you're not excited by this, I don't know why you're watching.
A lot on the line because a game the Red Devils expected to win.
Oh, here we go.
So Loss with possession around the 25. 26 to be, not 28 to be exact.
Let's see. Here come the refs. And away we go.
Loss. DeVore for Crater. DeVore again. Spins. Finds Loss. McNally, the Rutgers prep, defending brilliantly. Crater will spin. They confront him. Crater shoots. Oh no. Can't quite get it in. Meyer makes sure it stays with the Red Devils. 31 seconds now left to play. They want to get the ball to him again, which they achieve. Less than 30. Crater. Shot Crater. Again behind. Again it's Meyer.
They'll get another chance here.
The crowd loving it.
Crowd is
Here we go with
on
Meyer.
their feet over there.
Loss. Danny Loss. Inside. Oh, crucial turnover late.
That'll be it.
Timeout by Rutgers Prep. Could that be it here? Certainly
believe
Rutgers
that will be it,
Rutgers Prep
actually.
thinks so. If that is the case, that is a terrible way to end this one for the Red Devils. Crater, just feel bad for the guy. So many looks he's had today, and he's been unlucky twice hitting the woodwork. And if not for some brilliant Storpin saves, he could be man of the match today.
Yeah,
Jack Storpin.
we have not talked enough about Jack Storpin. I mean, he is the reason why this game is a 6-5 lead for Rutgers Prep here with 13.5 to go. I mean, without Jake Storpin, this is a very, very different match. He had some really, really amazing saves, and he just stayed focused the entire time, stayed on it. He let some rebounds go, and he even saved some of those as well.
Yep, some double saves is always difficult, and talk about goalies, hockey, lacrosse, similar, because it was you that actually told me, Stuart, it's with the helmet, you can't see things around you. It's difficult to look, difficult to spin. Not like soccer where it's different things involved, maybe more distribution.
Yeah.
Maybe more kick saves, getting off your line quick, not as much movement as in hockey, or more movement, I should say, in hockey or lacrosse. But it's difficult to stop shots here with having to look, having to spin constantly with that helmet.
Yeah, you have almost no peripheral vision, which just really makes it challenging. And with hockey goalies, the puck is so small, and sometimes it's hard to find. And it's coming at you so fast, and might take a couple deflections before it reaches the net, so it's definitely very tough to be a goalie there.
Slung very high. Horn. Is there one more chance for the Red Devils? It's up here. And it is behind with 1.4 left to play.
That will be it.
And that will do it. As an upset has occurred here, Rutgers Prep defeating the Red Devils, who fall to 1-3. Remember, last time this happened, they fell 1-3. They ended up winning the state title. So, don't sleep on them yet, but a disappointing result here. Regardless, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for everyone who helped us with this production tonight. Stay tuned for future HGTV events, and have a lovely evening.